What I'm doing today is something really nice. So I have this Excel known as a RCM Excel final, the workbook, RCM Excel final. That is the one that you guys are now opening. So this RCM Excel final workbook, I would want you to work with these small arrows. You work with them until you see where they have what we call the VLOOKUP. Until you see where we have what they call the VLOOKUP. This one, and I'll be able to delete. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, I believe everybody has got now this very fast. And the one thing before you start doing any Excel functionality, you need to ensure is that this does not read only. If it is read only, then you can't do anything here. Or if it's protected view or read only, you can't do anything here. You can't do anything there. So, okay, so somebody should be able to help Sherry there. Somebody should be able to help Sherry. All right. Somebody should be able to share it there. So then before I go to this XLOOKUP, I would want us to do some little recap of what we did yesterday in our class. So then you have this kind of data. It could be big data. You know, these are only like 12 rows. These are nothing. But in most cases, as an accountant, you'll be given what we call big data. And from this big data, somebody will come and tell you, hey, I only want information for just one team. Like now here, we only want information for 𝐤𝐤𝐢𝐧. For 𝐤𝐤𝐢𝐧. So then I'll have to come and, 𝐤𝐤𝐢𝐧 is a team. It's part of these teams here. It's part of these teams here. And these teams are arranged vertically. Those teams are arranged vertically. So meaning that they are what here? They are a column here, ladies and gentlemen. They are a column here, ladies and gentlemen. And for me to be able to do anything that is a column, to search from a column, to search from a vertical column here, then I have to use what we call the VLOOKUP. VLOOKUP stands for vertical lookup. Vertical lookup. So then what I will do, I'll come here to 𝐤𝐤𝐢𝐧, because now the first thing that I will have to look for is the country of 𝐤𝐤𝐢𝐧. Where is 𝐤𝐤𝐢𝐧 based? Of course, this is little data. This is small data. I can evidently see 𝐤𝐤𝐢𝐧 here, and I can be able to pick it from here. I'm able to see it is an Italian company. It never played in the Champions League, etc., 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 etc. But you see, if it was big data, then there is no way I'll be able to, if it's big data, then there is no way I will be able to see with my naked eyes. I need a functionality. So remember, we're using RCM Excel final, not Ninja. RCM Excel final, and then of course you should be able to move with these arrows until you see the worksheet called VLOOKUP. So you can see 𝐤𝐤𝐢𝐧 is in this column here. It's a column, it's vertical. So I'm using the VLOOKUP. So then this is what I will do. I will come and say equals, then I say VLOOKUP. The moment I start, in this case here, writing the VLOOKUP, I'm able to see VLOOKUP coming in form of blue color. And we said something. Whenever you see blue color there, what should always come to your mind? In Excel, if you're writing and you see whatever you want to pick up has been able to show up in blue color. In a blue color. What are you supposed to remember very fast, ladies and gentlemen? Whenever you see blue color, what are we supposed to remember very fast, ladies and gentlemen? And it's my hope that you guys are inviting everybody to join us here. This is a very important session for all accountants in East Africa. In East Africa, students and of course, members of this great fraternity of accountants here. Even on YouTube, when you get this video, I expect you to share it with your friends. So then we have here, we said you tab or you click on it. You can also click on it, but the very best is to look at this button, which is on top of caps lock, what we call the tab. So you tab. When you tab, this VLOOKUP goes right inside here, and now it gives you the expanded formula, of which the very first thing they want you to do here is to get the lookup item. What item are we looking up for? We are looking up for 𝐤𝐤𝐢𝐧. And this 𝐤𝐤𝐢𝐧 happens to be part of what? It happens to be part of column H. It happens to be part of column H, and the column H, ladies and gentlemen, happens to be what here? Column H happens to be, in this case here, a reference column. because I'll be referring to 𝐤𝐤. 𝐤𝐤, how many points earned? 𝐤𝐤, how many games played? So 𝐤𝐤 is a reference. And because the H is a reference column, we say we must introduce something. We shall come here and introduce the dollar. So shift 4. We introduce the dollar sign to lock H. Because now H is permanent there. H is permanent there. Now, after that, I can see comments, ladies and gentlemen, here. Just a minute. I see comments here. Yeah, the sheet is always shared on WhatsApp. We always share it there. All right. Thank you so much. All right. So in this case, then I will be able to come here and they say comma. So 𝐤𝐤. So we say lookup value is 𝐤𝐤, and I've been able to, in this case here, make reference to H here for future, so that when we move, then that, all right. So you can see now we have taken care of the first one here, and then now we have the table array. So table array, where is the table? The table information is here. Come and highlight the whole of it. You can highlight this manually like that. No, it has to be complete. It has to be complete like that, yes. And then remember that table array, ladies and gentlemen, must always be fully anchored, must always be fully referenced. And the full reference means F4. So table array, ladies and gentlemen, must always be fully anchored. So F4. In some computers, you will press function F4. And then once you press function F4, now you can see dollars all over. I don't know why it does not come here. Let me just go back a little bit. So I want to highlight the entire table. Easily, I'll say Control Shift right arrow, Control Shift down arrow. And then I anchor this fully with F4 like that. So now you can see we have the dollars all over here. $4, full anchoring. So comma there. After that, ladies and gentlemen, then we have column indices. This column indices for 𝐤𝐤, I need how many of them? Remember H, the very first one that has my lookup item is column number 1. So then this will be column number 2, column number 3 for champions, column number 4, column number 5. So we have in this case here, these are many columns. And because there are many columns, I have to encapsulate them. I have to capture them inside my curly brackets. I must capture them inside what we call the curly brackets. Where am I able to see these curly brackets? Curly brackets, if you're keen enough, you'll be able to see them where we have near P, where we have a letter IOP. IOP, then you see the curly brackets there. So this curly bracket, I have to say shift, and then I curly this up. And then remember it is column 2 we are writing, comma, column 3, comma, column 4, comma, and then we have column 5. Where am I getting these columns from? Before I explain, I'll come and curly this up by closing the brackets, which in this case is as well a curly bracket. So remember, here we normally work with columns. The first column already is filled up. The columns that I will need to fill, the columns whose information I need are from columns 2, 3, 4, 5 like that. So I'm through with the columns, then I need to come and say comma like that. And then now we have true and false. Remember, our cells here, we shall always work with these false because we don't want approximations. So if you don't find in this case here, whatever we have sent you to find for us, if it's not there, simply tell us it's not there. Don't approximate. There is no margin for any allowance for errors here. So in this case here, I want this false here, that one. The other way around of writing the false, or rather I can just first finish. So in this case here now finished, I'll be able to come and close with a normal bracket, the one of shift 0. Normal bracket, because I began with a normal bracket. And then I'll be able to say what they are, enter like that. Now you can see this thing has been able to return for me information regarding 𝐤𝐤. It has been able to return for me information regarding who? Information regarding 𝐤𝐤. It's telling me that 𝐤𝐤 is an Italian company. No, 3856. 𝐤𝐤 is Italian. No, 38 and what year 56. If I repeat something, if I come here and say Fn, F2 to show the formula, instead of using this false, you can very comfortably come here and put a 0 because false in programming language is the same as 0, And then you'll be able to get the same. So then come here and now put the other team. So if somebody, now you see I've gotten the first one. Once I get the first one, then I should be able to use the power of Excel, which basically means what here? that I'm able to copy formulas down and use them. So for example, if somebody now wants me to provide information about Milan, you can see Milan here. So then what I need to do is simply write the name Milan. And once I write the name Milan, I'll be able to come here, work with my small rabbit here. You know, we have this big white rabbit that doesn't do a lot. It's only used for highlighting. And then we have this small rabbit that you have to put in this cage. So this small rabbit is what in this case here you basically come and pull down. And then now you can see what is happening. Milan is Italian, yes, 3857. Milan is Italian, yes, 3857. So, and I've been able to project this a little bit down so that should somebody come and tell me that, hey, how about Arsenal? How about Arsenal? Then I should be able to say Arsenal there, and I'm able to get here England, yes, 3879. So you can see Arsenal here. England, yes, 3879, like that. And that is it, even Germany. This is really, really wonderful. So let me see what students are saying there. So it's good to have students who ask questions. All right. So I'll be able to repeat. Mine has picked the country only. It's because you're not using a very good, most recent Excel. You're using a very recent Excel. You aren't using a very recent. You read Excel 2021 or Microsoft Office. You read Excel 2021. Yeah. Mwindi pakaenda nyumbani, because now we are becoming experts here. So then I should be able to repeat this very fast as per the students ask. Okay, so what do we have here, ladies and gentlemen? So the most important thing here, they want us to give them information regarding 𝐤𝐤𝐢𝐧, information regarding 𝐤𝐤𝐢𝐧. So how do we get this information regarding 𝐤𝐤𝐢𝐧? We are using a lookup function. Specifically, I'm using what we call vertical lookup. And the vertical lookup, ladies and gentlemen, is here. Why vertical? Because you see the teams are vertically arranged. The teams are vertically arranged. So you'll come here and say equals. So VLOOKUP is the function. Lookup item is 𝐤𝐤𝐢𝐧. 𝐤𝐤𝐢𝐧 is in column H. 𝐤𝐤𝐢𝐧 is in column H. So column H, 𝐤𝐤𝐢𝐧 is in column H. And I would want to make 𝐤𝐤𝐢𝐧 a point of reference. Because when I want, I'll be talking of 𝐤𝐤𝐢𝐧 country, 𝐤𝐤𝐢𝐧 games played, 𝐤𝐤𝐢𝐧 points earned. So I would want to make H a point of what here? Reference. So I'll come and say shift $. And of course, I've taken time, ladies and gentlemen, to teach you a lot about this $ thing. So come here and say comma. So from there, then I've been able to do with this lookup item. So the table array. So table array, I'll come and pick this. Like that. And then I should be able to press what here, because I have to lock this up permanently. So I should be able to press either F4 or in this case here, FN, F4 for me to be able to get those dollars. Then I say comma. From there, ladies and gentlemen, we have here the column index. So column index, remember, there are many columns that are missing. So we have column 2, column 3, column 4, column 5. So we have here shift, curly. Remember, use the curly bracket, not the normal bracket. Because you're putting these curly brackets here. You're putting, in this case here, many columns together. So we curly them up. So which columns are missing? Remember, column 1 is full. So we have column 2, column 3, column 4, column 5. So we have 2, 3, 4, and then 5. And then we come and close this up with a curly. Then we say comma. And then now what do we have here? False. Because we want exact matches. So we say 0, like that. And then we close the brackets. No more bracket now. Don't curly. So enter. And then now once you get to there, then you should be able to come and pull this down the way you wish. So that is it. I hope after repetition now, you guys are a little bit comfortable. I hope now you guys are a little bit comfortable. I hope you guys are a little bit comfortable. Now, ladies and gentlemen, an accountant without Excel knowledge does not go very far. We need this Excel knowledge. We need this Excel knowledge. We need Excel knowledge so much. So we must practice a lot. Now, then if I'm the one doing this, I know that VLOOKUP has been replaced. VLOOKUP has been replaced. Now, ile iko juu inaitwa XLOOKUP. Then I should be able to come here and say equals. XLOOKUP. XLOOKUP, I love XLOOKUP because XLOOKUP, I mean, this is an engine by itself. It does wonders behind the schedules. So XLOOKUP. I can see it is there. The good thing with XLOOKUP, it doesn't need those many dollars. No. XLOOKUP, if you're good in Excel, you can really handle it without those dollars very well. So like now here, after I've pressed XLOOKUP, then we have lookup value, who is 𝐤𝐤. Now here I'm not even concerned. Then I'll come and say, comma. How about the lookup array? So here you have to be very bright because you see 𝐤𝐤, where are you looking 𝐤𝐤? You know, here we have two. We have lookup array and we have return array. So you can't come and, for example, like you take the whole table like we're doing for VLOOKUP or HLOOKUP. No. Here, 𝐤𝐤, when they tell us lookup array, we ask ourselves, where is 𝐤𝐤? 𝐤𝐤 is here in this. So you simply come and highlight column 1 alone. You highlight column 1 alone. And then you say, don't put even those dollars. You simply say comma there. And then now return array, you would want every other thing now to be returned. The outcome. What I want in this case is all these others here. So I'll come and simply from here, I pull this from here like that. Right? And then now remember that the other things are in square brackets. If they're in square brackets, it means that they are not mandatory. So I should be able to come here and lock this thing. Normally I close. Then I should be able to come and enter there. So you can see in this case here what it is giving me. It is telling me that 𝐤𝐤 is Italian, no, 3856. 𝐤𝐤 is Italian, no, 3856. And then I can cascade this down to the other teams and whatever like that. I mean, XLOOKUP is an engine. It's an engine. XLOOKUP is great. So I want to open the floor in this case here to questions. As I wait for you guys to ask, I would want to repeat. Because I would want to also have you guys demonstrating with your screens. So now I'm using what we call XLOOKUP. So for XLOOKUP, what do I have? So first of all, let's say equals. So we have XLOOKUP. Then we have here lookup value. So lookup value, what do we have? It's the item here, 𝐤𝐤. No dollars, no nothing. So we say comma. Then we have a lookup array. You see, array has been divided into two. We have the lookup array and we have the return array. So you can't do, and I'm emphasizing this one here. You can't do what we were doing with VLOOKUP. You see, with VLOOKUP, we're just taking the entire array. Here, the array is divided into two. The lookup array, you ask yourself, where do I expect to get 𝐤𝐤? I expect to get 𝐤𝐤 in this column. So in short, lookup array can only be one column or one row. Lookup array cannot be two rows, cannot be two columns. Lookup array ni kama askari, unatembea straight line, just one line. Askari ukianza kutembea mguu mbili kwa line tofauti, watu watasema ni mgonjwa. Lookup array will always be one line. So like now we have this 𝐤𝐤, it is here. So I'll come and pick this column down like that. And then I'll be able to come and say comma like that. So when I say comma, ladies and gentlemen, then you know now I'm through with this. This thing is gone here, return array. So return, I want every other thing now to be returned. The return array now can be even 30 columns, whatever number of columns. So return array, I'll come and do like this, shift. I highlight, and this is a 3 parentheses thing. It has only three variables. Lookup value, lookup array, return array. The others are not found, etc., not relevant. So ladies and gentlemen, then come and close this. And then I should be able to enter. Once you enter, you've gotten information regarding 𝐤𝐤. Then you should be able to come here and then now drop this down to whatever teams. As a chief finance officers, we shall be required to look up for many things. In our databases, we shall be required to look up for many things. And as such, ladies and gentlemen, we must be lookup masters. We must be lookup masters. Lookup masters. All right. So then, do we have anybody who can now share their screen with us? Any student who can share their screen with us? And then they demonstrate that for sure now we have become experts over XLOOKUP. Leave alone the VLOOKUP. I'll not even be making use of it. XLOOKUP, this is the best now. So like we have Fahad Ibrahim, he wants his boss to go home. Oh, what happened here? So I would want you to do it physically. Everybody would want to see if you can delete those things, very fast, and then you use XLOOKUP from scratch. If you don't mind, Roma, are you able to delete that table 2 from Roma is not okay responding. Now I can see the cursor moving. Yeah, great. So delete all that. Yeah. So we start from Borussia, XLOOKUP. All right, thank you so much. The lookup value is the same as lookup item, which is Borussia. Don't bother with the dollars. Comma. All right. I don't know why we are seeing a block there, but we shall overcome. All right. Now the others are given in square brackets. They are not a must. They are not a must. And then now you can drop that one down using my small rabbit. And then now you can now fill the other teams. So if this Indian now comes and tells you, Arsenal, I'm so sure there must be. No. Roma, you still not be able to see that Manchester United. For you to carry it that way, you'll not be able to see it. Because you see, if it's big data, you can't pick it. So now you type there, because now the examiner will tell you, they want you to search for Arsenal. Are you able to type there Arsenal? Down there now. Leave alone the Manchester United. Okay, type Arsenal now. Because why do you think are they telling us to do lookup? It's because you can't be able using your human eyes. Great. This is a great ninja. Thank you so much, Oromo. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are making very good progress. The students who are studying Excel with me, are you able to, give us witness here that we are making good progress? Are you guys seeing yourselves becoming experts now in Excel? Are you guys seeing yourselves becoming experts in Excel? Yeah. You'll be surprised. By the time we are finishing like the whole week by Sunday, you guys will be at a very different level. You'll be surprised. You'll be able to prepare financial statements using Excel. It's a matter of practice, yes. So this is a very, very good thing. And where have we reached now watching videos? Where have we reached with our videos? Have we started watching them? Where have we reached with our videos? Have we started watching them? Like Fahad has watched them. Or Ruth, your numbers, then I need to add more, Ruth. I need to add more. If you're on number 6 already, never wanted to give, Jimmy, you need to do a refresher. Especially if you have our certificate from RCM. If you have our certificate from RCM, you pay 50%. 50% of 1,300. 50% of 1,300, then you do a refresher. But if you have certificate from outside there, you pay the whole fees, 1,300. You pay the whole fees, 1,300. All right. Now, I would want again to plea with you guys that please ensure that you are able to watch all the videos. And then most importantly, once you're able to watch those videos as we meet today in the evening, then I'll be able to use some content, say from videos 1 to video 6. I'll be able to come up with a real life scenario. At the workplace, what do we encounter? Can we use this information in videos 1 to 6 to solve a workplace problem? That's what I'll be doing today. So I'll want everybody to have watched videos 1 to video 5. If you're able to work with those videos very well, then I can promise to teach you guys financial modeling using the 3 statements. We talk of the 3 statements linked together to be able to give us, in this case here, to be able to give us the forecasted. I'll be able to teach you how to produce a financial model for free. Because you see, if now you are working so hard at using those videos, you will get a lot of information, lots of information. Otherwise, any other student who is around here would want to join us for advanced Excel, don't hesitate calling us. Our number is 0719 525 000. 0719 525 000. Apart from this advanced Excel, we also have a very important course starting next week called Practical Accountancy and Auditing. Practical Accountancy and Auditing, we have in this case here auditors and experienced accountants who are coming to train you guys. You also need that course. if you are in the advanced level. If you're in the intermediate foundation level, you do advanced Excel. Intermediate foundation level, do advanced Excel. But if, for example, you are not advanced, intermediate and foundation, those guys do advanced Excel. But if you're in the advanced level, then you can consider also doing the practical auditing, practical accountancy. And the practical accountants, what do we teach? We shall be able to take you guys through the concepts of practically in systems, QB, tally, in systems. Then we take you straight away up to the point where you are able to extract a trial balance. After trial balance, then you should be able to give us, in this case here, financial reports. And do, in this case here, very good, bound financial report. Page number, very nice, page number to the end. From there, then we take these reports to the auditor, who is who? Yourself now, as a trainee. Yourself now, as a trainee. So then, as a trainee auditor, would expect you, number one, to be trained how to come up with an audit plan, audit strategy, how to do sampling, all right, how to test internal control systems to see whether they are effective, all right. If they're not effective, then how do you use these substantive procedures, the RAEOU, analytical procedures, inquiries and third-party confirmations? We have inspection. We have, in this case, observation. We have, you'll be taken through, not in the way that we teach theoretically. Now, these are very, very practical situation here. So it is for those students who are at advanced level. Should you want that course, you should be able to call us again. Our number is 0719 525 1000. 0719 525 1000. Yeah, for a person with no experience, but you should be at the advanced level. You should be at the advanced level. Because you see, we have always had the students at the lower level. So students at the lower level, perhaps they were exempted. So again, when I start teaching them like double entry, you know, at this level, I want to teach you double entry at, how would I call this? It should be basically high level. So like, for example, the first session double entry, I'll tell you double entry, we normally use what you call the pairs principle. Pairs principle. So pairs, that if it's purchases, expenses, assets, those ones you'll always debit. Purchases, expenses, assets, we shall debit. Then we have the other three: revenue, liability, share capital, we credit. You see now, as section 1 is, will start asking you purchases. First of all, what is purchases? Why are we debiting expenses and the money is going away? And yet expenses, expenses, we debit. We should not, in this case here, credit expenses. Then now, after I've taught you now this at a high level, maybe 10 minutes, then we should be able to take a practical case of Dr. Joshua Aura, for example, who is starting business and has been able to inject 1 million to the bank account. Then I tell you in QuickBooks, now what do you do? Receive this money, right? It's in the bank, right? And of course, given that Joshua Aura is the owner of this business, in this case here, the double entry, the other entry goes straight away to his share capital, credit there. So then we are able to do those things like that. When we come in this case with our trial balance, it's agreed. From there, in this case, otherwise, if I start training a section 1 student, this practical accountancy and auditing, and I'm saying this with humility, this course can be a year. Remember, the course is exactly 3 months. 3 months, 2 months virtual, 2 months virtual, the last month practical, physical, in the office. Physical in the office. Why can't we make it purely virtual? It's because we are giving you access to our client's database. Now you become like an employee. It's like you're an intern at Aura and Co. And you see now our clients' information, you can't just put it all over online. So you have to come to the office. So again, if you are very far away, don't try joining us. Fortunately, it's a weekend-only program, Saturday, Sunday. All right? We had said Saturday 2 to 6 and the Sunday 2 to 6, but students are telling us no, when we start it on Saturday from 4 to 8. Saturday 4 to 8 and the Sunday 4 to 8. Sunday 4 to 8, which are agreeable. We shall be amending the timetable. Great. Yeah, Doris, you'll be able to benefit. You'll be able to benefit. Okay, so I think, ladies and gentlemen, we are through with our today's session, because I was just to repeat on this VLOOKUP and the XLOOKUP, and I'm inviting all of you, the ones who are in the advanced level, to join my practical accountancy and auditing course. That is it. It's my hope you have enjoyed today's short session. Remember, these are just short sessions to inspire you. And by the way, for the ones who are watching videos, have you seen now for every video you watch, I'm giving you some points? Is there somebody who has seen that now they're getting well, congratulations for finishing watching video 1? Congratulations for finishing watching video 1. Is there somebody who has seen something like that? Is there anybody who has seen something like that? Yeah, John, if you are very far away, it will pass you, yes. It will pass you. Because you see, it's a course I'll be giving you like a certificate of internship, Yeah, a certificate of internship, which will help you in future when you're looking for your own licenses. Especially like now we have some students who normally say, Mwalimu, now there is something for us around here that they hang on for a long time. Then you'll easily get your license from ISPAC as an auditor, as a tax practitioner. Remember, as we have a composite license. So I'm giving you a certificate of completion, a certificate of work internship, a recommendation letter that is, which also will remove you from the equation of doing simulation with CASNEB. Now you know to do simulation with CASNEB. You want to do simulation with CASNEB. So I'm basically giving you a very good, easy method of getting out of many issues outside there. The cost is how much? We charge 16,000. 16,000 for the entire auditing and accountancy. Otherwise, if you want accountancy alone, financial reporting alone, bookkeeping and financial reporting is 10,500. Auditing is 10,000. 10,500. But if you take both at the same time, it is 16,000, and of course we allow installments. Please call the number 0719 525,000 for better guidance. For better guidance. Yeah, you're watching videos written Advanced Excel 2024. August Advanced Excel, the topmost. Let me see whether I have them here. Let me see whether I have them here. Let me see whether I have them somewhere here. They should be somewhere. Yeah. These ones here. The ones you guys are watching from the LMS are these top ones here. These ones here. You can see even Mwalimu himself is 0% complete. 0% complete. I haven't watched even a single one, which is very unfortunate. So what I've done with my systems developer, I would want to know who are these students who are not watching these videos at all. Who are these students who are not watching these videos at all? So every time you do like 10%, 20%, we also get a notification from this end. And by evening, I'll be able to tell you like who has watched all of them, all right? Who has watched nothing totally. And then perhaps the ones who have not watched anything, we should be able to come up with a way of punishing them. Perhaps you can tell them that now Mwalimu would want to get lunch from some 5-star hotel. Yeah, they should be able to bear a punishment for not having watched. And remember, you should not have any excuse for not having watched. Why should you not have any excuse for not having watched? It's because the videos are very short. Like you now can see, we have a video, which is what here, a video, which is very short, like 20. This 21 minutes is too long. Yeah, 16 minutes, okay. So most of them are very short. Most of them are very short, really. 6 minutes. Very short, 3 minutes, very short. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, that is it from me. Bye. Okay, Gertrude, I get your point here. Catherine, do you want to tell me that you haven't yet registered in our LMS? Catherine, you need to talk to us. We're giving you access to all the videos so that when I come to the live class, like tonight I'll be coming to the live class. Tonight, I'll be with you in the live class. I should not be repeating these things like Excel. Already, you should do those basic ones. I should be able to come up with a practical question. Like, how do we use the concepts in videos 1 to 5 to tackle real problems here? Real work problems. Yeah. So, Catherine, maybe you could tag me on this page, on this WhatsApp group of ours. I show you the paid group. Otherwise, asanteni sana. That is it. Yeah, nobody already have seen that. They're looking forward to this. The data used, we are always giving it to you on WhatsApp. If you go to this page, Group Kawera, you'll be able to get the data used. I'll only use 3 workbooks. I've given you 2 workbooks so far. So even in the videos, I specify the workbooks. Thank you so much. I need to get back to work now. Bye. And of course, those ones who will be watching this on YouTube, they need to ensure that they subscribe. They need to ensure that they share this. They share this with their colleagues. Bye.